Yo, what up, guys? Beside me here, there's been some news going around the raid community about these new mythical champions that are coming into the game soon and how we're going to obtain them. We're not quite sure about the new type of shard, and basically everybody is not that happy. The community is not that happy about what they are seeing coming. But in this video, Playroom decided to finally give you everything, every concrete information you know about these champions and also the new type of shard that is coming up. I've not seen this video. I wanted to watch it along and hear what they have to say before we finally decide whether we want to all go angry and quit the game or just ignore it and push it to the side like every other pay to win content that is coming. I'll always approach it from a free to play perspective and an end gamer or even beginner player perspective and see whether this is going to be something that's going to be adding value to players or something that was going to be a money drain for people who already spend in the game. Either way, hopefully it's something that will come obtain for free, not like the prism shard that we got teased on and then it turned out to be something that has to be paid for for those who actually spend money on the game. So let's see what they have to say about these new mythical champions coming into the game. They will talk about them, of course, hype them up, but I want to hear how to obtain them and the shards. Let's see if I'll be impressed or disappointed. Let me know in the comments what you think about it also. Let's see.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our latest update preview. Buckle up, this one's going to be huge. After all, it's not every day that we announce a brand new champion rarity. Say hello to...
So they are both legendary. In your game, when you scroll, you see uncommons, you see rares, you see epics, you see legendaries. So this mythical is way above legendary. They belong to a separate spot right here in your inventory.
We announce a brand new...
See, right there at the top. So right above legendary. That's awesome, I guess. So another scrolling up.
Champion rarity. Say hello to Mythical Champions. As they're the next step up from legendary, we've gone all out to make Mythical Champions feel truly special. So what exactly makes them so next level? In a nutshell, Mythical Champions are essentially two champions in one. They can change between two forms through an exciting new mechanic we're calling Metamorph.
All right, that makes sense. So two champions in one, because according to what I've seen a lot of skills, up to 5 skills that they have, kind of like a passive or kind of like a hidden skill that only unlocks when you metamorph. So, but this one doesn't just change their abilities and their skills that they do something new. It actually changes their look. Their graphics, their design in the game actually changes with the skill they're about to perform, which is the mythical skills, I guess. Let's see.
Each form will have a different set of skills, and sometimes they'll change a champion's type entirely. Let's check out how these warriors of myth look in battle. Allow me to introduce you to my mythical friend, Siegfried the Nephilim. Siegfried may look like your standard paragon of the Sacred Order, but wait, he hides a dark secret. When all of Siegfried's allies die, his Metamorph skill activates, transforming him.
Damn, that's a cool ass animation. That's the biggest wingspan I've seen in Raid Shadow Legends. Not even Lydia can beat this one in terms of her wingspan. But what does it do?
Into a flaming angel of vengeance. Check it out, even his shield is angry. It's not just Siegfried's appearance that's changed. All of his skills are different now too. His first, or base form, focuses entirely on cracking skulls and...
Damn, did you see the length of that sword? He didn't even have to go there to hit the person with his sword. He stood right here at the same position. Well, I guess I'll have to review these champions one by one and really learn more about them. And the more you learn about these champions, the more you even want them. And maybe endgame players who need them so bad, depending on which ones. We'll have to do a rating, of course, to see which of them is the best out of the how many mythical champions we have right now. I don't know. Which one do you think is the best out of all of them?
Dealing damage. Now that he's transformed into a second or alternate form, he's a healer who can revive his
Did you see that heal?
Fallen friends and get them back in the fight. So there's a very quick demonstration of the Metamorph mechanic, the signature feature of Mythical Champions. Now, let's really get into the nuts and bolts of how they work, how to make the most out of them, and how to get them. We'll start with that last and most important point, how to get a Mythical Champion. Presenting Primal Shards. These new, angry-looking red shards will be your main way to summon Mythical Champions. But you can also get rares, epics, and legendaries of all affinities except void from them too. At launch, there won't be any mythical void champions, but we'll be sure to let you know when that changes and how you can add them to your...
You can get what? Rare champions from these shards. You can get epic champions and legendaries and mythical. I thought they'll just be limited to only legendaries, because we already have secret shards. And why is it above secret shards? Are you trying to tell us that this secret shard is still more powerful than this shard? It should be below secret shard, like it should be in the position right here. Why secret shards should come after void? They kind of reduced the wordiness of this shard, I think, by putting it right here and adding rares. What do we want with rares? Except it's gonna be easier to obtain this, and then I can understand. But if it's gonna be difficult to obtain, then maybe the chances of getting the mythical will be what, 0.00001%. Rares and epics doesn't make sense to have inside there. That's my original thought right here. Let's see what the else they say.
Your collection. Primal Shards can also be formed by collecting Primal Quartz. Collect 100 of this mythical substance and you can create a Primal Shard. Both Primal Shards and Quartz can be earned from certain events or other in-game activities, so get hunting. So I've got a mythical champion. How do I power them up? Good news. They work exactly the same as any other champion. Fight in battles, send them to the sparring pit, use XP brews or food champions to gain experience, and use affinity potions to ascend them. Easy. They also come fresh out of the shard at rank 6, so no rank 5 chickens.
No rank 5 chickens needed. That's something to make them different, I guess. But I still can't get over the fact that they just skipped how you obtain those shards. Through events and tournaments, yeah, get hunting. But how though? Is it going to replace things we already have in the game and start giving us those little primal shards until you get 100 to then pull one?
Needed. Speaking of upgrades, time to talk skills. You'll need mythical tomes to develop their skills, and keep in mind that you'll need to upgrade each form's skills separately. But before you start panicking, fully upgrading all skills across both forms will require about the same amount of tomes as if you were upgrading a legendary champion. If you have a preference for one form over the other, consider using your tomes to focus on that form's skills first. For example, if you want our good buddy Siegfried primarily as a healer, use your tomes on his alternate form skills first. While you'll need to think about which skills you want to upgrade first, gear and masteries will remain the same.
So basically, instead of, let's say, a champion that needs 6 to 10 books, example, now you need twice the amount of books for these mythical champions. And then it just skipped over how to obtain those books. Do you also notice that? How? Did we skip over it?
Across both forms. Find the perfect balance for both, or dedicate all your resources into one form. The choice is yours. As for empowering, that
2 masteries too.
works exactly the same, but you can't unbind mythical champions. When it comes to awakening, it's business as normal. Blessings will remain the same across both forms. The mythical champions will get extra stat bonuses from them. Since there will only be a few mythical champions at launch, you won't be able to add them to the wish list at the Altar of Souls. For now, anyway. That's the broad strokes covered. Let's jump back to the Metamorph mechanic for a closer look. We've already seen that each mythical champion will have 2 forms they can switch between. Here's the kicker. The way each mythical champion's Metamorph skill works can differ. Remember Siegfried, our friendly neighborhood flaming angel? His base form's Metamorph skill works like a passive and will only activate when all of his allies die. However, in his alternate form, Siegfried can activate his Metamorph skill like any other active skill, turning him back into his base form at the touch of a button. In general, most mythical champions will have Metamorph as a standard active skill, meaning they can change forms whenever they want. Cooldown willing, of course. Whenever a mythical champion uses their Metamorph skill, they'll get an extra turn and all of their skills will have their cooldowns reset, except for the Metamorph skill.
That makes sense. That makes them even more powerful. You can switch and then use a skill. When it's your turn, switch again, it resets the cooldown of all those skills. Damn.
Metamorph skills also can't be affected by masteries, artifacts, or anything else that might increase or decrease cooldowns. A couple more things to keep in mind for switching forms. Unless stated otherwise, you'll keep all buffs and debuffs when changing from one form to the other. Same goes for HP. You keep the same HP percentage across both forms, even if the max HP is different. However, shield buffs won't change their value. A 10k shield buff in base form will still be a 10k shield buff in alternate form. And finally, as the name suggests, Mythical Champions will always start a battle in their base form. With Mythical Champions, we're adding a whole new level of utility that players can use to their advantage. While they're very versatile, you'll need to think really carefully about which gear, masteries, and blessings suit your playstyle and team composition. We can't wait to see how these Mythical Champions shake up Raid. Be sure to keep an eye on the release notes and check the news to see which events and activities will have Primal Shards or Primal Quartz as rewards. We're also planning a major new feature that will have a Mythical Champion as a reward, but I think you've had enough for today. And that's pretty much everything there is to know about Mythical Champions. But it wouldn't be an update preview without a champion teaser, so here's a sneak peek at the first batch of Mythical Champions. Man, they look so cool. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the official Raid Shadow Legends YouTube channel to stay up to date with everything going on in Teleria. Mythical Champions.
So if you want to watch this video again, it's right over the Raid official YouTube channel. Go check it out. But from what I see right now, it just gives you everything we already know, that there's a new type of shard coming out and you have pieces called quartz to eventually get one of that shard to now summon. And when you summon, there's still a chance that you can get a rare. That's the part that I'm still stuck on. Everything that was announced was amazing, but the fact that you can still summon those shards and get a rare is surprising to me. Why were rares and epics added to that? I do not know. It's not yet in the game. This is something that is coming up. When it is going to come up, no date announced yet. They just wanted to give out this information so we can stop spreading rumors around and how it's going to be. You know, there was a lot of conspiracy about how this is going to be implemented. I think now that you know the facts, you can then decide whether this is going to be a game breaker or this is going to make things worse. Or you can see these champions, they're not like, of course there will be PvP champions amongst them, but mostly I hope that most of them will be PvE champions. And then let's see what type of event or tournament they come up with that will require us or one person, whether it's in the global leaderboard, that will one person will win those mythical champions. I keep trying to call them legendaries, but they are mythical champions. So that's what I think about this. I think it's I'm still in the middle. I don't want to say it's good. I don't want to say it's bad. I think I'm still in the middle right here. As long as they don't go ahead and begin to remove things that I actually enjoy in the game to give me those mythical shards or what they call it right now. So as long as things that I actually enjoy in the game are not removed. Let me give you an example. If I head over to my tournaments right here and I scroll and see is spider tournament. Yeah, let's just test it with the spider tournament. Then right here I see an ancient shard one. Right here I see a 4-star chicken, and then they remove 2 of them or even remove the gems and add one, you know, just one of that mythical shard, not like the full shard though, just the pieces of it to get up to 100. So you know you're getting 1 to 100 to pull one shard. Instead I still want the ancient shard. Let them know, start take things from this event and tournaments to give us those 1 little by little. So it's like you're getting fragments of this champion until you summon it and you still get a rare. So that's the part I do not understand. That's why maybe they place it below sacred shard, because it's still less valuable than sacred shards, or because you get a rare and epic from it, it's less valuable than sacred shards. Imagine suffering all the way and getting 100 of that and summoning it, and then you get a rare. Rare of existing champions. I thought those shards were supposed to give you only mythical champions, but apparently it's gonna give you rares and epics. But maybe they'll release new rares or new epics that you can only obtain from those shards. I'm not quite sure how that will be implemented, but for now it seems like only those champions that are higher than legendaries are called mythical. You can't see a mythical rare or a mythical epic, or is it a mythical epic that is coming up, or a mythical legendary? I don't know much details why rares are added to it. I guess we'll find out more when it's finally launched in the game, but for now we'll have to see how they implement this and see what they will take away from us to give us those shards, and whether it will only be paid to win, because that's what they're hoping to do, where people can just go into the shops and buy them and buy those champions. Basically, the more of those mythical shards you buy, the more chances you get of getting those mythical champions, I guess. All right, let me end it right here. You guys let me know what you think about this update coming up in Raid soon. Coming soon, no date attached to it yet. I guess they're just trying to test community feedback to see what we'll say about them, and then finally release it into the game, or even not even care about what we think. But for now, everybody's thinking, will it be good, will it be bad? Based on the champion skills, all the champions will be amazing. I think they're going to make those champions extra amazing. I can't fault the champions. They look great in terms of character design. Their skills will be crazy too. I know that some will be better than others, but yes, we're looking forward to those champions. It's just how to get them that's the problem. The champions are great. It's going to be game changing for a lot of players. Imagine a newer player getting that, and you basically beat a lot of content that you have problems with. One champion's doing something that 3 or 4 champions can do. That would be great to see. Help me hit like, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more daily raid, share, and content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.